Hello, my name is Heather Anderson. Minuteman National Historic Park, which is located in Concord, Massachusetts, was created in 1959 to preserve 900 acres of land along the Battle Road between Lexington and Concord. The park includes several battle sites, including Concord's North Bridge. Although the first shots of the war took place on Lexington Green, North Bridge is known as the location of the infamous shot heard round the world, as that's where the colonial militia first fired on the British. The battles of Lexington and Concord took place on April 19, 1775, and took place over 16 miles along the Bay Road from Boston to Concord. British casualties totaled 273. 73 killed, 174 wounded, and 26 missing. Colonial casualties totaled 96, 49 killed, 41 wounded, and 5 missing. Colonial militia were eventually buried in traditional burial grounds. However, the British regulars were buried in shallow graves where they fell. Minuteman National Historic Park has marked at least 7 of these grave sites, which include one at the North Bridge, Fisk Hill, and the Bluff. Other sites that can be visited are the Bloody Bluff, Miriam's Corner, Elmbrook Hill, which was formerly known as Bloody Angle, Parker's Revenge, and Fisk Hill. Parker's Revenge was once known as Lexington's Lost Battlefield. This location was the second engagement between the British regulars and the Lexington Militia Company under Captain John Parker. The location of this battlefield was unknown until between 2012 and 2016, when historical and archaeological investigation took place to find it. Minuteman National Historic Park is also home to Hartwell Tavern, where there are often reenactors showing the home and sometimes weapons demonstrations. The tavern was built in 1733 and was located on the main road that the British troops used on April 19th. However, there is no record of soldiers entering the tavern on that day. 3 of Hartwell's sons were in the Lincoln Minuteman Company and fought at North Bridge. All 3 sons survived that battle and went on to fight in the Revolutionary War. Since the Revolutionary War, this location has been preserved as a national park. Historical and archaeological investigations have taken place to find the location of Parker's Revenge, and Hartwell Tavern has been restored to its 1775 appearance. Guests can tour the tavern and talk with living history interpreters. This location has always been considered important as the start of the Revolutionary War and the first major conflict between the colonial militia and the British regulars. In more recent years, there has been an effort to tell the story of women and people of color who served as soldiers. Between 20 and 40 men of African or Native American descent fought along the Battle Road on April 19th in 1775. According to the National Park Service, systematic racism and historical bias have erased or buried many records of Black and Indigenous people who portrayed a prominent role in the founding of the United States. They go on to say you can find the incredible stories of some of these individuals who risked everything during their struggle for liberty, equality, and freedom for all, and provide the stories of Caesar Farragut, a Caribbean immigrant who fought at Lexington alongside Patriot militia. Prince Estabrook was an enslaved man who lived in the town of Lexington. He was wounded in the shoulder but survived and went on to serve as a soldier during the war. He survived the war and lived out the rest of his days as a free man. Cato Smith was an enslaved African who was brought to Massachusetts Bay from Ghana in 1761. He enlisted in the Massachusetts Army as a soldier in 1775 and was killed in service in 1777. Peter Salem grew up enslaved in Framingham. In early 1775, he was emancipated so that he could enlist in his former enslavers' Framingham Minuteman Company. His role in the Battle of Bunker Hill became legendary. You can read more about these men on the National Park Service Minuteman National Historic Park website. Minuteman National Historic Park is a great place for a family day out. My family and I were able to visit the park 2 years ago and we loved it. My sons especially loved the arms demonstration. You could easily spend the entire day at the park alone or as a group. It would also be a great place for field trips where the kids can see for themselves the famous North Bridge, the statue of the Minuteman soldier, or see reenactors.